Hey all, welcome back. So in today's video we are going to discuss about something interesting and also important to all the ECE and EEE students who are choosing electronics as their domain and want to enter into core industries. So before getting into this video, if you are new to this channel, consider subscribing my channel and hit on the notification bell also. So coming to our topic today, many of the students who choose electronics as their domain, like either ECE or EEE also, the main dream of all these students is that in order to enter into the core industry. Okay, so but as time goes on, what will happen is many of these students are being switched to software jobs. So why is this happening? According to my analysis, the main reason for this switching of their domains from electronics to software is that it's due to lack of opportunities. It's not because there are lack of opportunities in this electronics domain, but because lack of exposure to these opportunities. Because many of the students, mostly from tier 3 college students, these colleges don't have opportunity in order to bring these core industries as their campus for campus interviews, because of which many of students, since they can't go to any off campus drives, they don't have any opportunities in order to go into the off campus drives and all. So many of the students are compromising in order to get what like in order to enter into the domain what the campuses are bringing to their particular college. So this is one of the reason, and the second and the most important reason is that many students, even though they dream to enter into electronics industry in their first year of engineering, but due to lack of knowledge on which subjects they should concentrate on, like what are their core subjects, on which subjects they need to concentrate on in order to get into their electronics industry or in order to get into their dream domain, due to lack of knowledge on all these things, many of the students after entering into the final year, since they don't concentrate on the subjects that they really needed, so because of lack of knowledge on all these things, they can't enter into this electronics domain even though they are interested. So because of which some are switching to software jobs. Okay, so in this way there are many reasons, but according to my analysis from the students, from whom I have asked, so these are the two main reasons. One is due to lack of exposure on this electronics domain, and the second is due to lack of opportunities from the campus, through the campus interviews and all. Okay, so these are the two main things. In today's video we are going to discuss about how to plan as an EC or AAA, as an electronics enthusiast, how to plan your 4 years of engineering, like on which subjects you should concentrate on in order to enter into, mostly in electronics, mostly we are discussing today about VLSA domain. Okay, how to enter into this VLSA domain, how to plan, how to uh, how to concentrate on the key concepts and key subjects in order to enter into this VLSA domain with. Okay, so we are going to discuss this today from starting of your engineering, like from first year to final year, what are the things you should do and how to plan your engineering in order to enter into your dream domain. That is today's topic, right? So let's not waste any more time. So, let's outline the key step and milestones that will help you to acquire necessary knowledge and skills in order to become a VLSI engineer. So, during your first year, so this year is all about your foundation building. So, in this year, try to know what are the subjects that you are having in your engineering. Try to know the basics in electronics, and also improve your logical thinking and also problem solving skills, and improve your communication skills also. You can do this by joining various club activities that your college is providing, and also try to make friends and also communicate with them, so that by communicating with your friends and with your seniors you can share the knowledge. Okay, either it is in a subjective manner or otherwise also. The more you communicate, the more you get exposure on what is happening around you. So try to communicate more with your friends as well as your seniors in order to get exposure on what is happening. Along with this, try to improve your logical thinking and also problem solving skills. Okay, so for this, what you do is try to learn at least one common coding language. Like basically, either be it a C or C++ or Python, any language. Try to master at least one language from your first year of engineering itself. So by doing this, by trying to master these things, you this will help you to improve your coding skills, and also logical and problem solving capability will also be increased by doing such things. Okay, so this is all you have to do in your first year, because mostly in your first year, uh, as I told you, this is all your foundation being. So this is all the foundation that you need. That means you are preparing yourself in order to enter into the next 3 years. Like you will be where from your second year your core subjects will be starting. So during your first year itself, when you are building the foundation by doing all these things, then you will be ready in order to enter into your second year with all this knowledge that you acquired in your first year, right? So this is the thing that you have to do in your first year. Now coming to second year. So the second year is all about building your knowledge. Okay, so in this year, you will be starting to learn your core subjects. For example, you have to concentrate on subjects like analog electronics, digital electronics or digital system design, network theory, signals and systems. So all these subjects. So you should concentrate on basics on the subjects. Like basically in digital electronics you will be having combinational and sequential circuits, and coming to analog electronics you will be having like diodes, transistors, oscillators, amplifiers, and in coming to network theory you will be having star and mesh network analysis. So all these topics you have to have a knowledge. Like I'm not telling you should completely get the knowledge on entire syllabus. Okay, but you should have a basic knowledge on all these things. Okay, while you're preparing for your exams also, try to maintain a notes where you will be keeping all the key points related to these basic subjects. Okay, like what I have mentioned now, like topics like combinational circuits, sequential circuits, about diodes, about resistors. Also, try to note down the key points in somewhere by keeping it aside, so that in final year when you are attending to interviews, these notes may help you in order to have a quick view on all the topics that you have already read, and so that it can bring you some familiarity on all these topics. Okay, so try to do this. Okay, so these are the topics that you should concentrate on in your second year. Okay, along with this, right, along with this subjective knowledge, in this second year try to do research about what are the domains that we are having in VLSI, like which domain is good to choose in VLSI. No, okay, what is the domain in which you are interested in, which domain in VLSI you need, like which domain needs which extra skills. So all these things. Okay, so by doing the research on all these things you will get an idea. Like you will get an exposure to, okay, what is VLSA and what you are interested within VLSA, because VLSA itself is having many subdomains. Like in VLSA you will be having analog as well as digital domains also. So I have made a separate video on what are the domains in VLSA and for which domain you need what skill. Like along with the subjects that you encounter in your engineering, along with these subjects you need to attain certain skills in order to attend interviews. So that is why I have made a separate video on that. I'll link that in the description box. You can go there and check it out in order to have an exposure to what are the VLSA domains and for which domain you need to attend which skill. Okay, so this is all you have to do in your second year. Along with your subjective knowledge, plan and try to do research on what is the actual VLSA domain, what is the real time VLSI. Okay, what are the domains within VLSI? So all these things, try to plan it in this way in your second year. Now coming to third year. So in third year you will be having all the advanced topics in your core domain, which includes like signal processing, like both analog signal processing, digital signal processing, and then microprocessors and microcontrollers, and digital VLSI design, computer architecture, embedded systems, etc. So these are the core subjects that you encounter in your third year, which are the advanced concepts, like they are mostly related to the real time VLSI field. So that is why these are advanced concepts. So you have to concentrate on all these things. Okay, try to concentrate on concepts like CMOS technology or fabrication processes or RTL design flow, like ASIC design flow, and HDLs, mostly Verilog or VHDL basically. Okay, and coming to architectures and programming of microprocessors and controllers, signal processing techniques. So all these concepts you have to concentrate on in your third year. Okay, in the advanced concepts, these are the things that you should concentrate on. Okay, and along with this also try to learn some scripting language. As in the first year itself I have told you, you should be familiar with one coding language, either C, CPP or Python. So along with this, because nowadays when you enter into real time, many of your of them are asking for scripting language also. So try to learn at least one scripting language like Perl or something, based on your interest, like based on the domain you choose. Try to learn at least one scripting language. Okay, and along with this, also in this year we should do at least one mini project in your college, is it or not? So try to do projects in various things like home automations or digital watch or traffic controller, like some examples I'm giving. Like try to do the mini project on such things. Okay, so that you'll be having a hands on experience on your area of interest. Okay, so by doing this what will happen is, it will, we can also have an advantage of having the hands on experience. Like because when it comes to all this home automation digital watch, you will be mostly doing by using various EDA tools like Cadence, MATLAB, or Model Sim, or Metagraphics, Xilinx, Vivados, or all these are EDA tools. So you will be doing your mini project on using either of these EDA tools, so that you will have a good exposure on these EDA tools. Basically, while doing your engineering itself, you will use some of these tools while doing your while you labs. Okay, you will be having labs, right? So in that labs you will be having some of these tools. So you will have a good exposure, like while you doing your labs. Okay, there won't be much exposure on everything related to this particular EDA tool. But when you are doing a mini project or main project which includes these tools, so you'll have an entire exposure to this, which may be helpful to you when you are attending the interviews. Okay, so as I told you, basically electronics is categorized into analog and digital electronics. So mostly mainly choose digital electronics, because we will be having more opportunities in digital domain compared to that of analog domain. So which is why many will be choosing this digital electronics itself. And in the same way, if you also choose the digital electronics, then you should have a good knowledge on HDLs, which are hardware description languages. Like mostly we will go for Verilog, okay, because Verilog is used as a HDL by 90% of the real time industries that are present today. So that is why when you are choosing digital as your domain, then you should definitely know about the Verilog HDL. Okay, so if you know this Verilog HTL, and for example, again, as I told you in the second year itself, you should have a good exposure to the what are the VLSA domains. For example, in VLSA domain itself, if you are choosing if you are choosing design and verification domain within VLSA, then for that you should know Verilog, system Verilog, UVM, such things. Okay, so by adding all these skills in your resume, your way of shortlisting for the resume is will become more easy compared to the others. So that is why, try, as I told you, try to know what skill is needed for which domain and try to acquire those skills, because if you see 10 years back from now, there is no much exposure about this industry, which is why even though there are more opportunities in this domain, due to lack of exposure, many, even though they're interested in this VLSA domain, can't enter into this domain. But that is not the case today. Why is it? Because today there are many institutes, and also there are many um, free resources that are available in YouTube. Just like my channel, you can find many other channels who are providing free knowledge and free resources on various concepts in VLSA domain. So today, if we are electronic students and if you are interested in electronics domain and you can't enter into an electronics domain, 60 to 70% is just because you are not doing your groundwork. Okay, if you are able to follow all the things that I have mentioned in this video, then by the time you come to your final year, you could easily acquire a job. Either it may be campus or off campus also, you can easily enter into the domain you choose, because you have made the path for that from first year itself. Okay, so that is why try to create a path from the first year itself in order to enter into the VLSA domain easily, right? So this is what you have to do in your third year. And also, along with the things that we have mentioned in the third year, like mini projects and extra skills that you need to choose in order to enter into domain, everything, you are having one more opportunity, which is almost most of the colleges will be supporting the internship opportunities for students. So it is always wise to choose such opportunities related to the domain you choose. Try to enter into internship or try to grab the internship opportunities, so that by using this internship opportunities, you will be having a better exposure and hands-on experience on your dream domain. And also, this internship experience will help your resume to be shortlisted easily. So that is why try to grab internship opportunities if it is possible. Okay, try to have at least, either it is a paid internship or an unpaid internship, but try to have at least 6 months of internship experience at least. Okay, minimum to 3 to 6 months mostly. At least, not if it is not possible for 3 to 6 months, at least try to be for 15 days to 1 month experience also, it is fine, right? So try to acquire this internship opportunities. So this is all that you have to do in your third year. Now coming to final year. So this is the year where, after all the knowledge that you gain from the 3 years, okay, it's time to put that into action on what we have learned. So try to learn advanced skills in this year related to the domain you choose. Like as I told you, for example, if you are choosing the design and verification domain, try to acquire the skills related to that design and verification domain. If you are choosing as a physical design engineer, try to acquire the skills related to that particular physical design engineer. For example, if you are a physical design engineer, you should concentrate on like tickle, and you should know have an experience, you should know some concepts like floor planning, CTS, etc. So all these things, try to acquire knowledge on them. Okay, so for this, as I told you, I have already made a video on all these things. As I told you, I'll link that in the description box. Please do check it out in order to have better exposure on what are the VLSI domains that we are actually having, and what are the skills that we need to acquire in order to go to that particular VLSI domain. Okay, and along with this, the most important thing in your final year is we need to do a major project, is it or not? So, for this, choose your project wisely. Like related to the domain you choose in VNSA, try to do the project related to that, so that it will be easy for you in order to enter into the industry. Why is it? Because the major project is the only thing that you are having in your hands. Okay, while you if you want to enter into the industry, that is the only project and that is the only thing that you could showcase to that particular interviewer. So that is why, if you are choosing the project wisely based on the domain you choose, it will be easy for you to answer like why you have chosen that project and what is there in that project. Because since you are doing the project related to your dream domain, you could happily enter into it easily, and you could also have a better hands on experience, and you could have good exposure on the industry that you are choosing. Okay, so which is why, try to choose the project wisely, and it is always advisable to choose the project related to your skills. Okay, that means on what skills that you have learned during these 3 years, try to implement those skills in the project that you are choosing. Okay, so that, and also while choosing your project, always remember one thing. Like remember, how you have to choose your project in such a way that in real time how is it helpful. Okay, so that is in real time how is it really working. So keeping all these things in mind, try to do research before choosing any project. Okay, and try to know the pros and cons of that particular project, everything. And also, mostly when it comes to major projects, some 3 or 4 persons will be doing in colleges as a group. So every member in your group should be aware of your project. Okay, right. And also, while doing this project, as I told you, this is the only thing you could showcase in your for your interviews. So that is why you have to know everything, every nook and corner about your project. Okay, so this is the thing about your project. And then coming to jobs, since this is the time you have to apply for jobs, while preparing for jobs, try to build strong foundation on core subjects. Okay, as I told you, try to maintain the notes from your first year itself, and note every key point related to the core subjects that I have mentioned before. Okay, so that you could refer to that notes easily when you are attending to interviews. And also try to recall all your mini projects and major projects that you have done during your years in your engineering. And also, one more important thing is, try to attend as many mock interviews as possible. Okay, try to work on various frequently asked interview questions that are available to you, and try to build a resume. Okay, resume is not just about what you are doing in your final year, but what you have done from all these 3 years. Like, your resume should include the skills that you have learned in these 3 years, and the certifications that you received, and the experience. Like, as I told you, in the third year, you could attend any internships or any workshops, everything. So if you attend to any workshop or any internship, they will give you certifications and experience. Okay, so your resume should hold all these things, not just a rubbish things like your interest, your hobbies. So these are not the things that everyone will be looking. If you want your resume to be shortlisted, your resume should hold things like the skills you have achieved, the skills you have learned, and the experience you have achieved, and the certifications that you have grabbed during all these 3 years. So try to build your resume by basing all these things. Okay, along with this, okay, as I told you, for a tier 3 college, basically for tier 1 and tier 2 colleges, many like semiconductor industry companies like Intel, AMD, Samsung, they will be attending the campus for their campus interviews. They'll be conducting the campus interviews in order to hold the students. But in tier 3 colleges, as I mentioned you in the starting itself, this is not the case. Hope this will be the case in the future, because today semiconductors industry is growing lot and lot. So we expect the tier 3 colleges also to bring these semiconductor industries in order to make sure that many electronics students don't jump into some other domain that they are not interested in. Okay, so for these tier 3 colleges, try to make good LinkedIn profile, so that as I told you, if you have a good LinkedIn profile, you can join various groups within LinkedIn and get various updates related to this VLSI domain industry. Like if there are any opportunities, like if there are any hiring opportunities, or else what is happening in the industry today, and what are the skills that we need to acquire more in order to enter into that industry, everything. Like, try to keep updated by LinkedIn connections. That is why try to make a good profile in LinkedIn. And also try to apply, because many companies, like as I told you, many companies like Intel, AMD, Samsung, they will be having their particular websites where you could find the opportunities. Okay, they will be having various career blogs where you could find the opportunities related to this VLSI domain. So that is why try to grab the knowledge from them, and try to grab the resources from them, and try to attend various off campus drives. Because as a off campus drives to, when you enter into off campus interviews, you may not crack the interview in the one go itself, because many students may crack the interview in one go. But if you are a student who is not cracking the interview in one go or two times, try to attend them. Okay, don't try to just leave it like that and enter switch to your domains. Because I've seen many students who are approaching me now, that they are dreaming of electronics engineer. Like, they want to enter into VLSI domain, but they have switched their jobs into some software field, and now they want to again re-switch to the VLSI domain. Like, they are asking the paths in order to re-switch to that VLSI domain. So why all these things? Just try to stay consistent and try to attend some 4 or 5 interviews, so that you could have a knowledge on, okay, what the interviewer is asking. And also you will know about yourself, like in which topics you have to concentrate on in order to perform better in the next interview. So by doing all these things, you could easily enter into VLSA domain. Okay, so this is all about the your 4 years of journey in your engineering in order to enter into VLSI domain. Okay, hope all the electronics engineers who dream to enter into VLSI engineer, sorry, VLSI domain, don't switch their domains to other just because of lack of opportunities or lack of knowledge on what to how to create their path from the first year itself. This is my only motto in doing this video. Hope you like it. Please share it to all those electronics engineers who are also interested to enter into VLSI domain, but having a lack of knowledge on how to prepare their path in this 4 years. Okay, that is all for today. Thank you.